How to access files and use application on a dead smartphone screen. This is the 2024-2025 updated version. I've done a video like this over 2 years ago, but a whole lot of things have happened and I want to show you the more updated methods of how to do this. So this will be the level 1. We're going to use an Android phone that the screen is completely dead. All you need is a USB cable, a laptop or PC, and we're going to access this, use our applications, get all the files, everything in it. We're going to use it like normal. It doesn't matter the type of Android phone you have, you can do this. If you subscribe and turn on the notification bell icon, you might be able to see the part 2 when we have to use a higher end Android phone. This is USB-C to HDMI adapter, and then we'll connect it to this. Even when the screen is dead, it will be able to shoot. Not all Android phones can do that. And then in the part 3, we also have lightning ports to HDMI that we can use to access an iPhone even when the screen is dead. So you might want to subscribe and turn the notification bell icon to get all these goodies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this number. There is a SIM card here. The phone is on, but you will not know. So I'm dialing it here, and this is it ringing here. I can't on the screen. So I'm going to turn off the call. I've turned off the call and then it has stopped. I'm excited about this, so come with me. Let's go check this out. So right into the action, get the phone that the screen is dead, get a USB cord and the PC or laptop and connect it to it. If the phone is on, it will pop out something like a storage, but since the phone is locked, you're not going to see anything. If it's not on, turn it on. The next thing, we go to our browser and search for scrcpy by Genymotion. Is scrcpy. If you want to download it, you have to click on releases. If you click on record, you see some option how to use some commands. Extract the downloaded zip to your C partition and then open it. We're going to use the console.bat to start the Genie app, or we're going to use the open a terminal here if we want to write a command. Let's click on the console to kickstart thing. Scrcpy will use ADB command to push an application to your phone, start it, and then show you the screen. With here, you can drag your mouse to open it and then type in the password. This way, you now have access to the phone, and you can also copy files if you want to. You can do more with your Scrcpy by open a terminal here and give a command. There are a whole lot of range of commands you can do. You can go to GitHub to read that up. Here, we're going to record a screen recording by giving the command -r, and now it pops up. We are recording the screen, so we can record all the activities we're carrying out. You can connect to the internet, open your Wi-Fi, connect, open applications, browse, even like music player and play music. The audio will be playing in the computer if your USB device is connected. There is so much more you can do with this, and it is just wonderful that it's a free open source app that you can use to do this if you have connected your USB debugging. So here now we're going to start the app. I want to show you something. If your phone is locked, you cannot have access to the folder stored in it. So if you have not turned on USB debugging, you might have to do a blind test with connecting external keyboard and try to put in your password in the phone without seeing it. Once the password is right and you connect it back to the PC, you will be able to see the internal storage, and with that you can actually copy any files from your phone if you don't have the USB debugging access turned on earlier before now. So you see, Android devices have had a lot of features that are hidden, and one of the key features of that is the developer option. If you do not set this thing up before your screen goes bad, you will not be able to use this method. So I want to be clear about it. If you didn't set up your USB debugging and then turn it on, to make sure you don't revoke the access, because by default for new Android from Android 8 or thereabout, if you turn on USB debugging, it will turn off after a week. So you have to also make sure, say, do not revoke the USB authorization. So once you've done that, even if the screen goes off, once the phone can still come on at all, vibrate, shows it's on, and then we can access it. If you didn't turn on the USB debugging before you had issue with your screen or your device, it's not really getting this done. The next option for you if you're on an Android is to also get this thing. I'll put the link in the description, a USB-C to HDMI out. This adapter, the link will be in the description, and then you connect it to your phone and it will give a USB your full display. And with this port here, you can also connect a mouse or keyboard to key in your password, or do your pattern with mouse, drag it along with mouse, and then you'll be able to get into the phone. If your phone does not have the USB display output function and you can't do this, then I think your next option might have to be to get a replacement screen if you can. But for iPhone users, there'll be another one for you. So make sure you check out the link in the description. This video will be linked in the description once they are published. As you can see, we've been able to access and use this phone. Yeah, let me hear from you in the comment section. Make sure you like and share this video. It could be useful for someone out there. And until I see you in the next one, it is peace to our world. Subscribe. I see you.